Right, so what we're going to do is put in the style tag. So square brackets, type equals radio. So the radio buttons down here will be styled in a minute. So radio button space parentheses margin colon. Use the type attribute selected to try to give the checkbox in the cat photo app a top margin of 10 pixels and a bottom margin of 15 pixels. So a top margin is 10 pixels. Was that a one? And a bottom margin, so 0 pixels, 15 pixels, and 0 pixels, semicolon. Run test. Right, the type attribute select should be used to select the checkboxes. Top margins of the checkboxes should be 10 pixels. Right, hold on. So, it's not the radio button I want, it's a checkbox. Checkbox. And as you can see, it's just changed. Yabba dabba do. Understand absolute versus relative units. The last several challenges all an element's margin are padded with pixels. Pixels is a type of length unit, which is what tells the browser how to size or how to space an item. In addition to pixels, CSS is a number of different length unit options that you can use. The two main types of length units are absolute and relative. Absolute units tie to physical units of length. For example, in inches and millimeters refer to inches and millimeters respectively. IN, mm. Absolute length units approximate the actual measurement on the screen, but there are some differences depending on the screen's resolution. Relative units such as EM or REM are relative to another length value. For example, EM is based on the size of the element's font. If you use it to set the font size property itself, it's relative to the parent's font size. There are several relative unit options that are tied to the size of the viewport. They're covered in the responsive web design principle section. Add a padding property to the element with the class red box and set it to 1.5 EM. Red box padding colon 1.5 EM semicolon. Yabba dabba do. Style the HTML body element. Now let's start fresh and talk about Css Inheritance. Every HTML page is a body element. We can prove that the body element exists here by giving it a background color of black. We can do this by adding the following to our style element. So in the style tags, we add body, space, parentheses, background color, colon, black, semicolon. Now you'll see a black background. Okay, now inherit styles from the body element. Now we're proving that every HTML page has a body element that its body element can also be styled with CSS. Remember, you can style your body element just like any other HTML element, and all your other elements will inherit your body element style. First, create an H1 element with the text "Hello World." So H1 Hello World. We're closing H1 tag.